Utah's first trip to the finals gave Stockton and Malone a chance for their first ring. But this Steve Kerr dagger in Game 6 left Malone waiting for next year. Well, next year is now. And Charles Barkley is predicting a Houston upset of the Jazz. It's a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals next. Along with Reggie Theus and D-Line, and Bob Neal with you from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. As I say, it is a rematch of those conference finals. First round, first game, Utah, Houston.
The Rockets, two possessions, two quick shots, no good.
Hornacek misses on the reverse attempt. Nobody's been able to score yet. Let's see here with the quick pass inside to Willis. That was a nice one-touch by Hornacek, being defended by Drexler. There's that turnaround that's been made. Hornacek with his run. Hornacek's missed a couple of shots already here, leaking out. Drexler. Only Stockton is there. Stockton fouls him and one.
On two, Bob, is the second shot attempts of the Utah Jazz. Rockets really not doing a great job in that area in games previous to this one.
Looking to post up Olajuwon against the smaller Greg Foster. Kick out. Willis, he has that shot.
That's a big-time shot for Kevin Willis.
Olajuwon. Foster a little late getting there, and Olajuwon puts it down.
Well, Foster went settling for the jump shot.
Stockton gets fouled on the drive. Malone down to the post. Here's the double team. Foster, 17-footer. Red Foster's knocking him down, and Utah gets their first lead of this ball game. Traded midseason along with Chris Morris for Ronnie Cycli. Trade didn't go. Had to come back. He didn't care. He was glad to return as Olajuwon gets the inside basket.
Aggressive offensively, they really keep Malone occupied. But Malone is just going to float, and things are going to happen all over the floor.
Inside Olajuwon against Foster. That leaves Maloney open. 4-3. Classic Houston offense.
Classic. And they did it playing Rocket-style basketball. Good defense, and then hitting their perimeter shots after the doubles come.
Barkley working on Malone. Didn't go. Rebound to Brian Russell. For it. Now they'll go back to Antoine Carr in the same spot. This is what Stockton's so good at. Getting him in position. That was a block by Hakeem, the dream. Barkley alone. How about Barkley not having the confidence to take that shot? Brent Price does. Stockton's pull-up jumper from 19. Loose ball comes away to Charles. He's running pretty well to have that groin pull. Ellie kicks it out, 4-3. Brent Price with 3 triples. Clutch City.
He said they don't play their best basketball until they have to.
Well, they have to. Yes. Malone on the drive with the lay-in. Stockton on the penetration to kick out to Karl Malone. Rebound Keith. It was knocked out of his hands, however, by John Stockton. Shandon Anderson to Karl Malone. There's a turnover story. Karl Malone, since he's been on the bench, has come back into the ball game with 2 consecutive baskets. It's 43-35. Rockets by 8. Olajuwon against Malone. Malone tried to rake it, missed it. Brent Price, not this time. Too close. Malone with the board. The crowd getting into this ball game now. 3 of the NBA's top 50 all-time players on this team. Malone's runner in the lane, also in the top 50 along with Stockton. Malone hasn't been to the free throw line. He's always among league leaders in free throw attempts. Olajuwon's turnaround. Somebody got a piece of that. 10 on the shot clock. Malone getting into the paint again. It's blocked. Malone down. No call.
And that's that power forward, Kevin Willis.
Olajuwon tried to drive past Malone as he raked for the ball. He got Olajuwon, and that'll be Malone's first personal foul. Missed that free throw, but Olajuwon was there to get the loose ball and put it back in. This final 2 minutes of each half is when often Utah will sneak back into the ball game. That time Malone had it stripped. There's payback. Eddie Johnson. Not this time. It's Utah ball. Down 51-44. Man, Brian Russell. They can't hit that shot. That shot has been there all night on the offense. Time he's played about 12 minutes. Willis backing in on Malone. That's a travel. That's Malone slipping back. That's the old Rick Mahorn. Both these teams average more than 30 years of age. From 1 through 12, Willis misses here. Olajuwon rebounds over Hornacek.
Yeah, actually, it's a great advantage for a coach to be able to still play as he's teaching his kids.
Yeah, that's a good point. He'll have a lot of fun. You won't hear many people say that. Drexler inside to Olajuwon. Easy basket. Nice pass from Clyde. Period.
But Olajuwon has caused the double teams down in the post, and then the Houston Rockets are able to hit their outside shot. So that
one this time. Not good enough spacing, though. They're going to go to it anyway. 10 to shoot. Karl's turnaround jumper. Rainbow over Olajuwon. Willis with the rebound, playing with poise.
Really being patient offensively. And that happens when you're able to hit your perimeter jumpers. They don't have to force things when they're hitting shots from the outside.
Bogdanovich said he felt that his team would play with poise. That's been a hallmark of the team. They've had to come back in the first period, but that's been it. Malone battled for that rebound with Olajuwon, kept it alive with Phoenix before they wrapped up the best record when Seattle lost up to San Antonio. There's another block to Malone trying to get a shot down in low.
And that's the president of Olajuwon down below. He can get those kind of stops. Houston Rockets could be in serious business here.
Chris Morris now trying to defend Drexler. Malone fouls Olajuwon.
You know, Bob, you're talking about
the Delta Center the best way you can. We talked about the Utah Jazz struggling offensively and the great defense being played as you see that block by Olajuwon on Malone. Houston's in the penalty and had been that way since the 7-minute mark. Olajuwon's turnaround jumper into the hands of Chris Morris. Morris nearly loses it.
They haven't seen this team play like this all season long. They swept them 4-0 in the regular season. These guys have come out and played a totally different ball game tonight.
Nicely, he kicks it out to Ellie. Malone and Olajuwon up for the rebound. It's going to be Utah ball. 10-point lead for the Rockets. Malone's pull-up from 16. Will he do it?
Well, if he doesn't.
If he doesn't.
If he's going to have to.
Olajuwon spinning and scoring just that quick, nullifying that field goal. That was the first Utah field goal in this period with 4 minutes to go. Took them 7.5 minutes to score a single field goal, 10-6. 4 from the free throw line, 1 field goal. Barkley up and under inside. That's the old Charles, and he draws a foul from him here tonight. Rebounding, fast break points, defense. Malone to the basket, draws the foul.
Well, the Rockets have thought they could play.
The crowd cheering Dick Bavetta for making the call. The crowd has not been pleased with the officiating tonight.
But look, this is a play that he hasn't done very often in this game at all. Take the ball on the outside, face it up, and then take it to the middle. Right there, you saw him try to get a foul that he normally gets. Olajuwon played good defense and gave him hands. Consequently, no free throws.
Like the way the officiating has gone. Isley's runner in the lane. Intimidated, missed it. Olajuwon's present, being a factor here. Technical issue with 27.
Oh, look at the drop.
Barkley, that's the old Charlie.
Oh, did he bait him to the left and drop it sweetly back behind him on the right side and then use the left. And being physical from the start. Right now, really just playing tough, hard-nosed basketball.
And one for Antoine Carr. He was fouled by Barkley. That was the classic give and go. Affected Houston since he played there, the Phi Slamma Jam. Barkley comes away with the loose ball. Nice pass to Ellie. Ellie wanted to slam, was pushed from behind. Brian Russell. Isley has not been as effective tonight as he has been in the past. Olajuwon with yet another block.
Long-range brick, Bob.
Russell all the way. It's blocked by Olajuwon. Into the hands of Brett Price. That was his 6th block. Drexler. Fouled hard. Both Malone and Drexler went to the floor very hard, Will, on the Utah Jazz.
And right now, the Utah Jazz trying to take it to Dream, and Dream cleaning it, swiping all that weak stuff out of there. And then, of course, coming down on the other end, it opens up the game for the Houston Rocket running game.
Nobody seems to get an open look for Houston. I mean, for the Utah Jazz. Malone gets it inside and scores and one. Point, Rockets lead. Drexler's going to be open for the shot. It's a 3. It's good. Nobody covered Drexler, and he nails the triple. Like he's loosened up from his strained groin, backing in on Karl. Once he gets down that low, Barkley's tough. go to the line.
Bob, you see how he baited him, though? Dribble, crab dribble, crab dribble. Makes the defense make a commitment and then goes whichever opposite direction the defense stabs at it. Check him out.
Barkley.
Crab dribble and then just spin tightly to the bucket. And then not on the weak side, but on the strong side, layup. And giving it a shot. And hitting a few jumpers early really helps all of that.
Malone is fouled by Willis on that jumper. Defense in it tonight. Barkley over Malone. Rebound, Anderson to John Stockton. Back on the floor. Shandon Anderson, Stockton, Ostertag, Malone, and Brian Russell on the floor. And one. That's a big play. Brian Russell was distracted. Look at that great play by John Stockton. Brian Russell missed the three. Rebound Anderson puts it back. He missed it but drew the foul.
Right now, the Houston Rockets have to get back into their post-up game, making things happen. They got several good looks down at that low post.
They'll win it.
And look to the Jazz.
And they do. And Malone in for the lay-in.
Smart basketball, Bob.
And Anderson made it happen with a little assist from Bavetta.
I tell you what, they probably should have re-tipped this. Nobody got that ball, and then they end up stealing it. Nice play for the Utah Jazz.
Doesn't go. Rebound, Brian Russell. Olajuwon almost stepped on John Stockton. No foul, no damage, no foul. Houston has not scored a field goal in the last 6 minutes. Inside, Ostertag. Should have had that jam. Took him too long to get up. The foul, and he'll have to go to the line, where he is only a 49% free throw shooter.
Great help by Charles Barkley, making Stockton go way out of the way. But then Ostertag in the middle. Mario Elie had a chance to play him in the middle, but really worried about Stockton's ability to get the ball to the perimeter guys. Left the most vulnerable, most dangerous guy open.
When Ostertag missed the jam on the block by Barkley. Malone answers. They're still alive with 4:35
guard under those circumstances.
They're milking this Barkley post-up even on Malone. Malone with 4 fouls. Barkley! And one!
Oh, I told you earlier, he has a great ability to take the punch and still, with the upper body strength, get the ball up to the rim.
Malone's 5th foul, and Barkley now has 10 points in this game, all in the second half.
And he baited him into the foul by crab dribbling to the middle, allowing the defense to draw contact.
Malone on the drive. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Over on the left, 10 on the shot clock. Olajuwon being defended by Antoine Karl.
Oh, nice.
Elie gets past Hornacek, uncontested for the lay-in. Elie beat Hornacek, and they can get out of this shot clock. Olajuwon with 5, up and under, and the bucket. They used the whole shot clock down to 23 seconds. It's minute 49 to go in the game. Game 2 is here on Saturday. Drexler.
Oh, just too soft.
Yeah, that had hurt even more. Stockton's pull-up 3. Remember the 3 that eliminated Houston in Game 6 of last year's Western Conference Finals. It was a shot similar to that.
They go to Houston. Now they're guaranteed 1 extra game.
Antoine Karl. He gave him some spark off the bench, but nobody else has been able to do anything. Juwan hugging it. Celebrating. Barkley looking over at us and said, "I told you so." Yes, Charles, in fact, you did tell us so. The Houston Rockets upset the Jazz.